Hello, everyone. Happy Monday. We've made it to another week. So, pat yourself on the back, even if it's the beginning of the week. So, I'm Claire Jones. If we haven't already met, I'm an author and small publisher committed to changing the world for the better through inclusive stories and practices. I'm jumping on for my self-published author series where I go over how to write, publish, and start selling your book in 52 weeks. If you're joining me, please like, comment, share below, no matter what platform you're joining us on. And today we're going to continue with the cognitive needs of the Healthy Mind Platter. These are activities in your life to prioritize to make sure that you are functioning at your top peak performance when it comes to creative output. And we really need that as writers so that we don't arrive to our writing sessions drained and, disabled when it comes to how our brain can access resources. So if you're interested in the full rundown of what I'm discussing today, check out my comprehensive, almost 300-page self-published author 52-week planner. The digital version is available now! It launched over the weekend. Pre-orders went out to everyone who ordered pre-orders of the digital version, so it's in the hands of paid writers, and I'm so excited for them. I'm really excited to see what you all think about it because it is a tome. So for now, I want to give a quick overview of downtime, time in, and focus time, which are the cognitive needs. So downtime refers to a process called diffused cognitive processing, which basically means letting your mind wander with no particular intention or focus. It's called diffused because we are not thinking about one singular thing. We are allowing our brains to skim through all of the various parts of our brain like a flip book. You know the phrase, seeing the forest for the trees? Well, downtime means seeing our brain's forest as a whole instead of the individual trees. So why is this important? Especially for writers, diffused cognitive processing is the perfect space for insight. So insight is how your brain facilitates integration, which means linking all of those different parts of your brain in ways that haven't been linked before. So insight is also known as aha moments or eureka moments. It's the moment that inspiration strikes like lightning. It's the moment that your muse calls on you. We talk a lot about writer's block and being blocked from our muses as writers. And so insight and being able to manufacture an insight space for our brains is going to be critical for our writing process. You are able to come up with more ideas and solutions, new ideas and solutions, when your brain is tapping into its full breadth of knowledge and experience through the diffused cognitive processing. Not just one portion of your brain, not one portion of your knowledge. This allows you to come up with novel, innovative ideas, and it is absolutely vital for the creative process. If you don't have time for daydreaming on your schedule as is, make time for it. So time in, on the other hand, involves some looking inside yourself with non-judgmental self-observation. It involves intentional relaxation, reflection, or mindfulness, and it is a type of focused training for the mind that uses self-inquiry and self-awareness to achieve self-regulation. So self-observation, when done in this non-judgmental and accepting manner, increases our ability to choose our responses instead of succumbing to automatic and potentially problematic physical, mental, emotional responses to things that are happening around us. It creates this buffer space between our knee-jerk reaction and our thoughtful response, which is what we often need in today's world. And the example that I always use for this is the state of being hangry. So hungry plus angry equals hangry. And hunger is a physical sensation that our bodies send to our brains to let it know that it's empty and it needs to eat. And it can often be compounded by emotional sensations like anger. So it will influence our behaviors in less than reasonable ways unless we have that self-awareness time to be able to check in with ourselves, do that gut check and be like, maybe I should eat before I sit down for this writing session because I don't want to bring the hangriness into my creative output. So finally, focus time, which is the third cognitive need, is a unique activity that involves the mindset of being in flow state. Flow state is what we're always looking for as creatives and writers. It is where we hit the perfect combination of challenge and competence. So this means that the tasks that we are engaging with, we're not too competent at it, but we're not also too challenged by it. So this is when the rubber hits the road with the creative process. Have you ever been so engrossed in something that you've lost track of time? That is how you can tell you were in flow state during that time frame. So writers in particular often minimize the writing priorities that they have in favor of other more important tasks. So when you sit down to write, do you get sidetracked by other people or activities like scrolling through social media, answering emails, or even watering your plants? I know a lot of people who just procrastinate on writing by watering all of their plants. You are disrupting your brain's ability to tap into flow state when you leave the literal and metaphorical doors open for anyone or anything to walk through and interrupt your focus time. So that's why these three things are so important for writers and creatives in particular. This is really going to supercharge your creative output so that you're not constantly getting distracted, you're not bringing unwanted emotions to your writing process, and you have space for daydreaming and insight, for your inspiration to strike, for your muse to call on you. So that's it for today. If you're interested in learning more, check out that planner. Digital versions are available now. And next time I'll be jumping on to talk about flexible time blocking. So this is where we're getting into like really juicy strategy stuff. It's basically a way to organize our schedules so that we have adaptable self-accountability as well as a prioritization system. And so this is how you can like make sure that you're on top of everything without losing your mind or burning out in the process as well. So in the meantime, please remember that you all have extraordinary stories inside of you to share, and I'm here rooting you on as you use them to change the world around you for the better. Take care, everyone.